What's up, everybody? This is Jose from Southern Life. Today is Taco Tuesday. We're going to go for a drive through Lehigh Acres, Florida. We're going to drive through the northern part of Lehigh, which is kind of the least developed area, less main roads and stuff. We're going to enter Lehigh here in a few seconds, a few blocks away, and we're going to go for a drive. Going to a job site right across Lehigh, so we're gonna get to see all of Lehigh from one end to the other, and its splendid, majestic beauty. If anybody ever talks bad about Lehigh, you got a problem with me off the bat, bro. Because I would never allow somebody to say something bad about Lehigh, bro. You know me. When have I ever said, welcome to Lehigh? We're now officially in Lehigh. When have I ever said something bad about Lehigh, bro? When?
Continue for half a mile.
That's right, Siri. Continue to live in denial. What? What are you saying? Oh, half a mile. Yeah. There's no litter here. Lugar bueno. I'm all for a little drive through Lehigh, man. There's no litter out here. If somebody says there's litter, they're lying. Yeah, so we're gonna see Lehigh now. I'm gonna go do a job. On my way to do a job, and this is a customer who didn't watch my YouTube videos about not buying properties. This is a customer of mine who had their property. Well, somebody dumped litter on their property. So we're gonna go clean it up. It's unfortunate that
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Queen Avenue North.
it's unfortunate that this happened. That somebody would just go and dump garbage on somebody else's property, and that person has to pay to get rid of it. It's not right. Now, what is interesting though,
Turn right onto Queen Avenue North.
is that somebody called the county on them. That's kind of like, oh, that's interesting. Because usually they don't really care to call the county or somebody for something like that around here. But what happens too is that let's say you have a property and you're up
Continue
north.
on Queen Avenue North for half a
Somebody
mile.
will start dumping garbage on your property, and then they'll call the county. They'll be the ones that call the county on you because they're trying to muscle you out of your property. That happens a lot. So what's weird about Lehigh too is that there are no major roads that slice through Lehigh north. Let's say west to. Well, there's nothing either way. North to south or east to west on the north side, there's nothing that cuts across it. It doesn't really make a lot of sense that they don't have anything going on like that. They really should. They should have a road that goes, let's say, from
In a quarter mile,
Sunshine
turn
all the
left
way to
onto
Joel,
59th
let's say, on the
Street
north
West.
side. And you have to use like secondary roads where there's houses on it and stuff. So if you're going from one to Lehigh to the other, it makes no sense. You need to make some road improvements. And also, I bet Lehigh could use 2 exits to Highway 80 on the north side.
Turn left.
Like Sunshine should continue. I don't know why Sunshine doesn't continue to 80. It needs to happen, really. Makes very little sense. Like I said, there's not a lot of logic to the road patterns out here.
Continue
Some
on 59th
roads
Street
are
West for
completely
1 mile.
vacant, and then others are completely congested. There's no logic in order to it. Beautiful palm trees out here. Lehigh has some nice scrub land, little palm trees here and there. You can get a lot in this area for about $10,000 to $14,000. I really wouldn't pay more than that for a lot out here. It's got a long way to go. Like these, I can't believe they did that. They just have a camper on an empty lot. It's definitely not legal. But if nobody complains, they'll be okay, whoever it is. And I feel for them. I really do. If it's somebody who just doesn't even have a place to go, and that's all they have is an empty lot, I get it, bro. Like, all I have is an empty lot. And one day I can't pay my rent, I'd see me in a camper, but they don't let you do it. Like, they will let you put in a mobile home out here. I think there are solutions to the housing situation. Like, why not let somebody put up a camper? You know what I mean? Like, out here in Lehigh, this isn't freaking like Fort Myers Beach or like Naples or like, it's Lehigh. Like, why not just let somebody put up a camper? They do allow mobile homes, and very few people put in a mobile homes because the cost is almost, you might as well put in a house, you know. But there are a few mobile homes out here. But what I really don't get about Lehigh is why don't they allow people to just, like, you know, just clear a lot and put a camper on it, you know?
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Sunshine
Because
Boulevard.
the housing situation is serious. Like, people really don't have places to live. And in Southwest Florida, man, like, poor people gotta live somewhere, bro. And this was all for poor people. Like, Lehigh was supposed to be so the affordable person can afford a place. And now houses are going for $300,000 out here. It's like,
Turn right onto Sunshine Boulevard.
hold a
North.
minute. What's going on here? This was supposed to be a place for regular working class people to be able to afford it. Not anymore. You used to be able to find rents out here that were cheap, you know?
Sunshine Boulevard North for 1.5 miles.
Not anymore. So there's not a lot left for the working class person to find a place to live. As now, people from those states come up and they snatch these properties and they'll pay $300,000 and think they got a deal, you know? Not knowing that it's still Lehigh, you know? It just blows my mind. And it's happening all over Florida. With one difference is that on the southeast Florida, they got hoods in southeast Florida. So there's places in southeast Florida where a poor person can find a little place. Everything on this coast is a lot newer. There's a lot less options for working class people on this coast. So Southwest Florida has it harder than anywhere else in Florida because Northwest Florida has affordable areas and mobile homes and stuff. A lot of them from the 70s. Northeast Florida hasn't had the serious price crunch we have. There's still places like Jacksonville that are extremely affordable relative to the rest of Florida. Orlando has a lot of apartment complexes, and Miami and Southeast Florida has a lot of hoods. But where the crap are the poor people of Southwest Florida going to live, you know? This place has some unique challenges. And it is quiet, as you can see, in the daytime. I mean, it's practically a ghost town out here in the daytime. Everybody's out working. It gets a little bit busier around school getting out. So we're on the west side of Lehigh. You see new houses going up right here. And it's by patches. Like there's patches where they're building more and there's nicer houses and there's less dumping and stuff. And there's patches that are just more run down. You really gotta just look at the whole surrounding area to get a feel for it.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto West 12th Street.
The last job I did on the time I came over here to Lehigh, on this side of Lehigh, wasted my time. The customer didn't make up their mind.
Turn left onto West 12th Street.
It was a waste of time. The customer didn't agree on the job, but I drove all the way out here, truck and trailer, ready to do the job. When I got out here, the job was massive job, and they only wanted to pay, a misery. Even if they had paid the job what it was worth, I would have skipped on it. I'm just not doing big jobs right now. Somebody might be fishing this canal right here. Good life, fishing a canal. Lots of canals if you like fishing in the Lehigh area. I mean, there's no shortage of fishing spots. Near where I live, before I moved over here, I caught a few blocks away from where I live now. Nice bass, maybe 5-pounder. giant bass, man. Good, maybe 4 or 5 pounds. I don't know. Didn't exaggerate when you're the one that caught it, right? It's pretty out here. This isn't an ugly area. It's pretty. It's kind of wooded and all, but the crime out here, home break-ins have been a real problem in this little area for a while now. Nothing new. Lots of home break-ins here. It's as you can see, there's a few duplexes out here. Kind of more cars parked on the road. They've had a serious amount of home break-ins around here. Last time I drove through here at night, there was cops everywhere, just trying to discourage people from doing stuff like that. Home invasion's a huge thing down here. A lot of times they do it in the daytime because that's when nobody's around. At nighttime it's packed. Bongo y conga. No tengo apuro. Esto se vende todavía. Ok. Yo sé que tú quieres buscarte más y lo voy a dar en 50 las Ok. No, yo no te quiero ganarme 50 pesos. Yo solo quiero comprar los bongos y las congas, chicos. I need my bongo, man. But I'm not gonna pay. I'm not gonna pay you too much money. As you can see, there's a lot of duplexes here. Duplexes pretty much almost guarantee that it's rental units, and home ownership usually contributes to a better community. That's not a secret. I recently had somebody argue with me on my channel about that, saying there's nothing wrong with rental units. I mean, yes, there is. In fact, so you understand, because there's some people that they argue something and they don't understand anything. If an area is 80% or more rental units, some banks won't finance a home. So if, let's say you're buying a condo, right? And that condo, the adjacent area, the community it's in, if 80% or more are rental units, the banks won't finance it to you. You have to pay cash. So when you see a neighborhood like in Fort Myers where the condos usually are 200,000, there's a condo for 100,000. The reason it's 100,000 is because it has to be a cash buyer. The reason it's got to be a cash buyer is because banks will not finance. Banks will not finance in areas like that. So if your whole community, the whole neighborhood turns into a giant cuarteria de duplexes, then the banks are going to look at the property and say, oh, we won't finance that. Sometimes the banks won't tell you why they won't finance it. Some people figure it out or they know, but a lot of people don't even know that. So here on this street, for example, everything's duplex, duplex, duplex. If a bank looks at your loan and they notice like that's a duplex, this is a duplex that has a refrigerator outside. Let's say you want to buy this house right here. I'm not saying that's the exact case in this neighborhood, but I've seen in Southwest Florida where that's a duplex, that's a duplex. So like that house there, surrounded by nothing but duplexes, there's banks where their policy is they won't, we got a phone call coming in, we're just going to ignore that. Not sure why somebody's calling Katie's phone. I try to keep Katie's phone number completely private so that when I'm doing my recordings nobody bothers. It's a 239 number on the weekday. I'm not sure what it could be. It could be I don't know what it could be, who knows. But yeah, so it's just a thing of understanding how real estate works. Besides the fact the banks won't finance it, but there's a reason why the banks won't finance it. That's another level to it. Is why. Why won't the banks finance it? Well, I'll tell you why. Because it's undesirable. And the resale property, the resale value of that property is going to be pretty much in the air. Banks aren't stupid. They know when a bank doesn't touch something, there's a reason. But the banks know. They know. And there's entire areas like the southwest side of Lehigh, the whole southwest corner, the triangle. where it's like 90% rental units, probably very few home ownership down there. Mostly rental units. There's there's always a few homeowners, whatever, but mostly rental units. And the banks, from what I understand, they do finance out there. So I'm not saying that's the case for everybody, but I know in, for example, condos, that's the rule on banks. So it's like, some people get mad at us if you're making this up. That's a duplex right there. They're mostly all duplexes around here. Probably because it's a main road. A lot of the main roads become duplexes. That's a duplex. Let's see. That's a duplex. That's a duplex. That's at least a duplex. That's at least a duplex. So they're all rental properties. This one here's a duplex. And this one here is a duplex. So as you can see, on this road, 12th Street, everything's duplexes. And there's nothing wrong with living in a duplex. I mean, I'm not saying it's the end of the world. Some people will buy a duplex because they can rent one side out and it pays their mortgage. Very smart. I'm not criticizing anybody. I'm just saying, from a real estate perspective, rental, areas where there's more home ownership tend to draw bigger prices. I'm surprised that just about every last one of these is a duplex. A few exceptions. That's a duplex, that's a duplex. Multi-unit housing.
Turn right.
Alright, so now we're on Joel. Still 10 minutes away from our customer's property. People also tend to drive like they're crazy out here. The good thing is it's early in the day, so I don't have to worry too much about people trying to run me over. But I'm not gonna rush. I don't drive in a rush.
1.5 miles.
I'm in my work truck. I paid a lot of money for this truck, and my trailer's behind it. I got a lot. I'm sitting on a lot of money here. I'm gonna take care of it. I'm gonna drive smoothly, sin apuro, no me estés agitando, I'm not in a rush at all. I'm not in a rush, period. I'm relaxed, No rush. Si estás apurado, pásalo. I'm gonna drive. This truck's not bad. It's only got 53,000 miles on it. I think. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, 53,000 miles, almost 54 soon. And it's gonna be all work miles, igualadita. No rush. I'm not gonna accelerate it too hard. I just figured out how my brake. I gotta figure out how to set my my trailer brakes. I haven't figured how that works yet. I watched some YouTube videos on it. It seems a little confusing, but eventually I gotta figure out how to set my trailer brakes. Dumping garbage right there, just on the driveway. On Joel, there's also a lot of homes that are really affordable, but to me, it's not really a nice area. For one, it's far out. There's literally nothing out here other than houses. These are just, there's starting to be a few Cuban and I think a Haitian restaurant on this side over here, but for the most part, there's not even that much food, there's not much stores. There's nothing out here. Like, if you were hungry at 9:30 at night out here, you'd have very little options of things to get. Impala. But it doesn't have chrome wheels, bro. Black wheels on an Impala. Black 24s, 26s makes no
Turn
sense.
left onto East 5th Street.
I'm a little hesitant about today's job simply because it's an out-of-state person. And they're out of state. People are just unpredictable.
Turn left.
Oh, I got a little place to change. Ignore that. But yeah, I think my trailer brakes are working because this thing drives seamlessly with this trailer. I don't know if I can increase the gain.
Turn
Let's see
right.
here. Increase the gain. I'm gonna increase the gain to, let's say, 4 and see how that works. And I stop. It's working. I don't know where it's supposed to be. I got it at 4 now. It's right now it's an empty trailer. It's not even 2,600 pounds. With my stuff in it, maybe 2,700 pounds. It's not a heavy trailer. It's not look too bad in here. Oh, it's a nice lake and everything. I had this African song stuck in my head. It's in English. It's partially in English, but dang, well, I don't. It's a different type of English. I'm struggling to.
Turn right onto Macarthur Avenue.
I'm gonna try to stop right here. I'm almost going to stop it. See, the thing about trailer brakes is it seems pretty. Truck's seamlessly driving
Continue
with it
on
without.
Macarthur Avenue for 2 miles.
So now we're east of Joel, so now we're on the east side of Lehigh. Trailer gain's at 4, and it seems like the trailer's not even there. So what the trailer brakes do is they magnetically stop the brakes on the trailer, and it helps so you don't, wear your transmission out. You don't wear your transmission out. You don't wear your brakes. It's less wear and tear on your truck. Simply with electricity and magnets slowing on your trailer when you step on the brakes. But I got the gain right now at 4. It seems like let me try to stop real quick. Yeah, it's like it stops seamlessly. If you put the gain too high, then it starts to pull on your truck. You don't want it to pull on your truck. You just want it to stop itself. But I think 4 is a comfortable number. We'll see how it goes. And again, I'm driving. This truck is a 2,500. I think it's rated for 10,000 pounds. So I'll probably never haul 10,000 pounds on it. My other 2,500 got up to 240,000 miles, so this should last. There's no reason why this truck shouldn't last a long time. Fishing pole is out by the road. But I only bought the most expensive rods. So these are all nicer houses here. These don't look too bad. Putting a new septic drain fit on this one. Not bad. That says we're 4 minutes away. I hadn't been this part of Lehigh. It's just kind of parallel to Joel. Nice houses, they don't look bad at all. This actually looks really decent out here for Lehigh. But directly on Joel, on the main road itself, it's not good. They're really, really affordable. That's right there is already a red flag. This doesn't look too bad in here. One thing bad about this is, like I said, it's been 25 minutes since I was 26. I didn't record. Yeah, it's been 20. It's a whole 30 minutes further inland than where I live. And I've taken 30 minutes to get on 75 when there's traffic. So just from here to Interstate 75 to get down to Fort Myers, Naples, it'd be an hour sometimes. That doesn't really doesn't entice me to want to live a crowd. If I was retired and okay with not having too many things to do, like if life was just going at a slower speed for me, I would be okay with. But like if you're retired, like, and you just want to live in a very quiet and affordable place.
Street east toward Elsa. In a quarter mile, turn right onto Elsa.
Because it's hit or miss. Like this doesn't look too bad. I can just tell you this ain't bad at all out here. Like the other area off of 12 where it's all duplexes is kind of worse. this in here ain't bad. A lot of people are starting to live in campers nowadays. I like this street. I would buy a lot on this street. I'm gonna watch it.
Turn right onto Elsa, then turn left onto Sentinella
It's
Boulevard.
called Astor. I like this street. It's got big trees. Big trees means it takes more money to clear the lot when you're actually ready to go for it. That's what this house looks like. Oh, nice Yukon with an Alabama on it. Oh no, no, this street's garbage, y'all.
1,000 feet, turn right onto Grant Boulevard.
A Yukon with an Alabama on it. This street's garbage, y'all. Never mind. All these people from Alabama moving over here. What if we treated you the way you treat other people with Alabama? You ever thought about that, Alabama people? What if we treated you the way you treat us?
Turn right onto Grant Boulevard.
We'll talk in Spanish just to make you mad. Conmigo no. See, this property's got a huge lot. Maybe an acre, that house right there. I almost bought a house out here. Almost bought a house out here.
Continue on Grant Boulevard for half a mile.
Almost bought a house out here. Notice I said almost. When I sold the house in Naples, there's a house here on Moore, which is back in this area. And now that I look back on it, I'm glad it didn't work out. But who knows how things would have worked out. It's like a big country house on Moore. But it turned out to be the guy who was kind of like one of these sad
Turn right onto
realtors.
Genoa Avenue South.
See, I like this out here, kind of quiet. But when I wanted to move to Lehigh, I spent a lot of time out here. And I talked to a lot of people that live out here. And it
Continue on
seems
Genoa Avenue South for half a mile.
a lot of them were complaining about break-ins and stuff like that. Some people more than once. I had one guy that told me his house got broken into 10 times. And I'm like, how do you get your house broken into 10 times and not put up cameras and not like stay home from work one day? It had to be somebody that worked with this guy or something and knew he wasn't home. And they just kept doing it back to back to him. I mean, he wasn't bright enough to figure it out, but he says he got robbed 10 times. And then he moved to LaBelle and he never got robbed again. Nothing but bullet holes on that stop sign. That's not good. When somebody's using a stop sign as their own personal shooting range, that one's got bullet holes on it too.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Rance Street East.
Rambler. And that street looks kind of run down. It's not even paved. So this is a little bit further out. A little bit wilder. We're almost to the job site I gotta go on. Well, it's definitely desolate out here. Justice for what? What is that, bro? Oh yeah. I gotta go look at something real quick. There's a justice for Cuba, but it's like a memorial. It's kind of like a. Let's go look at the job real quick. A very interesting.
Turn left onto Rance Street East. Then your destination will be on the right.
Kind of like people protesting or something. Like just justice for Cuba. There's a Cuban flag and a bunch of stuff out the road. This is Francis right here. Nice
Your
street.
destination is on the right.
I don't see anything at all. I don't know what they're talking about. That's it right there, but there's nothing on this lot. Okay, it's not a whole lot. It's not a whole lot, but somebody dumped garbage, so this is what we're doing today. I'll show you guys real quick. It's like how a place where you can get set up and robbed or something. There's like nothing on here. But somebody came through here and dumped garbage, so on this lot they dumped insulation. You can see it right there. Let's see here. This is what we're doing, guys. Somebody dumped oil. For some reason, they tore the ground up. Not sure why, but all right, guys. This is what we're cleaning up. We got to see what else is out here. So checking out from Lehigh Acres. I'm gonna see exactly See, they dumped oil and stuff. That sucks.